Guam right now. Like, how's everything going over
Good.
there?
It's good, man. Actually, it's coming back around. Tourist is open, everything again. So yeah, it's coming back around, man. About time. Before, when I was coming home, I was having to quarantine and stuff like that, but that's all done. Yeah, it's coming back around.
We're a fan of the sport. That's where we started this channel. Right now, the Contender Series has started, season
Yeah.
6. Is that something that you watch on Tuesdays, or are you watching pay-per-views on Saturday nights?
I watch them all, bro. I watch
Nice.
I watch them all, bro. I watch all the events. I watch the Tuesday Contender Series, which just started this weekend. Of course, I was very excited to watch because my last opponent's brother was supposed to fight uh, Javid's brother, but when his opponent missed weight by 10 pounds or
10
something, which is
pounds. That
crazy.
was
10
ridiculous.
pounds.
Yeah.
He's
that's
a
lot.
featherweight. I mean, he weighed in as a featherweight, but he was actually
Yeah.
a bantamweight. Yeah, it's unreal, brother.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
come on
And
now.
I heard that was a real talent. And I heard that was a real talented guy, and he made that mistake to do that. Man, honestly, the UFC is not gonna mess with him for a while for
I
that. The
agree, brother.
UFC,
I don't
they're
even know
not
how
gonna
he
mess with
makes
him
that
for a while.
mistake like that.
For a talented guy like that,
Yeah, come
he
on
did
now.
better. I give him respect for showing up, which a lot of guys won't do. But by him showing up, which he should get more respect for showing up in a way to me, because I had opponents that don't show up at all, and it's like, you're a bitch. But he showed up, but he kind of dug himself into a really bad hole because the matchmakers, the owners, they saw 10 pounds. Yeah, he's not gonna get a call and mess with for a while for that kind of mistake. 10 pounds, it's like they're not gonna deal with you for a while. He's gonna have to go back and win fights and be overly impressive to get that call back, to get an opportunity like that, because he didn't only blow his opportunity, he blew another guy's opportunity too.
100%.
Yeah, so he's really gonna have to fight hard and really dig
Yeah,
deep.
yeah, that sucks. That sucks.
Speaking of fights, though, fun fights, we got TJ Dillashaw gonna fight for the belt, man. Aljamain Sterling in your division. I would love to get a little prediction from you if you have one, or what do you think about the fight just in general?
Particularly, it's grappler versus striker. And like I said, you're not who you are every fight. You're not, and you have to know that. These are things that you figure out, through losses, through victories, through things that you did last fight. And so coming into this TJ fight, we can't expect people will expect TJ. Oh, he has wrestling. Is what I'm saying. It's like, no, we haven't seen TJ wrestle in any of these fights. So it is classic grappler versus wrestler or striker, grappler versus striker, because TJ used to be a wrestler. Everyone used to say, oh, TJ has wrestling or whatever. But you only are what you use, you only are what you use. He hasn't used the wrestling and stuff in a long time. Yes, he might have a little takedown defense, but I think it's kind of like a Yan fight. It's kind of like almost the same thing, man. TJ does have the aggression. TJ does have the attitude. TJ does have to try and put the stamp on you and get you out of there. But Aljo's kind of funky, he's kind of wild. Like, I've been in the practice room with that guy, I spar with him. He gets low on the ground. He does weird stuff. Like, we weren't going 100%, and there's definitely a lot of things you could capitalize on with the way Aljo fights, like the way he got hit with the knee in the Yan fight. Like, honestly, people that know Aljo knows that probably couldn't happen when you're fighting the Aljo, because he does weird shit like that in the spar room. Like, he gets down in his hand and fucking dodge twice, and he does weird stuff you never seen. Like it's like you're fighting a praying mantis or something. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah, it's funky. Yeah,
it's
you're
weird.
right.
At the same time, it's not really scary. It's not really
Yep.
scary. At the same time, it's not scary at all. It's like he doesn't like shake me, and TJ got more of a scarier style. So I think whoever wins this fight is who can go out there and implement their confidence aroma to each other. Whoever's gonna get each other to feel inconfident. Because if Aljo gets the back or whatever, he could be funky there. He can still punch there, which we saw over a better striker. TJ just has to stuff his takedowns and just keep touching them up, stuff his takedowns and keep touching them up, stuff his takedowns, keep touching them up.
Yeah.
Probably like third round, fourth round come, he's kind of tired. Maybe he can now enter the ground and pound, start pounding him there when it enters, when he gets a little bit weaker. But yeah, it's really a style clash. Who can let the aroma out the most in the cage. That's what I think. Who can show like, I'm ready for this fight, because anyone can take it. Like, like, as bad as I want to say TJ because the aggression and the punches. Aljo just beat a guy with the same style with also aggression and punches. Yes, it wasn't impressive at all. Yes, it wasn't impressive at all, and yes, it wasn't. It's like that. Like, Peter won the fight, Aljo won the scorecards. That's what I think about that. when it comes to punching and beating someone up and damaging, you win the fight. But there's still a scorecard criteria, which means you can still lose on points. So Aljo won the points. Peter won the fight. And I think it's gonna be like that in this fight. Whoever can just impose their game on each other and be more confident and not break, because they're gonna be fighting in opposite worlds. Whoever's winning.
Yep, 100%. This channel right here is called the Call Out Podcast. We're looking for a fight for you. Is there anyone that you want to call out, that you want to fight? Because let them know, man. Let the UFC know that you're free and then you're ready to go.
Let's get you signed up, man. Let's get a fight going for
Man, UFC, I don't really have anyone to call out particularly, but I don't like to call out losers. Like, I'm on 2 losers. Like, you give me a loser, you give me one of the losers, I check the roster, I follow the roster. You give me some other guy that lost like me, because I've been fighting all winners. Even when I see these other guys lose, they get a loser. These other guys lose, they get a loser. When I lost, I got a winner. When I lost, I got a winner.
I have to agree with you 100% on that, man. Even on your UFC debut, that was a very tough opponent. You were coming in on short notice, and you were a big underdog. You were, I think the sportsbook had you at a plus 420, and you were able to put him to sleep in that second round, man. That's very impressive. So you'll be a great fighter, and you're letting us know you haven't been able to fight with a full training camp. Yeah. So we can't wait to see you back out here with a full training camp. Yeah. There's a lot of fighters in the UFC that I feel like you can fight. We have Adrian Yanez. It's in the bantamweight.
That's how I feel about this right now. Like, I need to win. I want to win this next fight, and I want to win these next 2 fights, my bad, because I want to see what I do against some guys like that, because I believe Trevin Jones rises to the hype. Like, I rise to the hype. Like, if opponent is less, like my last 2 opponents, I didn't know who they were. So when I came to fighting Saeed, it was 2 days notice. Again, I already had 5 opponents. I didn't watch the kid at all. I didn't know he had all those sambo fights. I didn't know he had that big judo background he had. And then I just saw him fight Raoni, and I'm like, now I saw him fight. I'm like, what? I could beat that guy. I saw him, and everyone's saying, oh, that was so impressive, the wrestling, the everything. I'm like, I could beat that guy. Now that I actually seen him fight in the same octagon I fought on, I say, oh, fight me now. So I can't wait to earn, like, everyone wants top 10 and everything. What I want to do is I want to win my next 2 fights, and I want to be like the first fighter to earn a rematch earlier on. Honestly, I want to fight Saeed one more time. And then we'll go on to the Giannis's and O'Malley's. But I gotta fight Saeed one more time, because he's still undefeated. He's 2-0 now. So maybe let him get 1 or 2 more wins. I hope he does, though, to be honest. And then I'm gonna go out and smash him. I'll smash that kid. And that's what I want for me. I want to win my next 2 fights, which I'm not in a position to call out rematches or anything right now. Fans are like, short-lived. You think you can't do something you did again or whatever. They're like, oh, you're not ready to fight him no more. Oh, he choked you out. No. Yeah. We could fight tomorrow. We could fight today. We could fight next week. I'll beat that guy. When they say 9 out of 10 times, that's the only time he had against me. Trust me. Like, I watch him. I study him. There's no way that kid could beat me. So I don't want the top 10. I don't want anything like that right now. What I want to do is just win my next fight. After that. Make my call out to Saeed, get Saeed out of there, show him that he really did get lucky, because I truly believe it. And he gets a full camp. When he said, I didn't have a full camp or whatever. Nah, bro, you had a camp. You knew you were fighting me. I was fighting 4 guys from your agency. It's easy to tell another guy to get ready when another guy's getting ready. Come on. You guys try to play me. So it's all cool now. I understand the game now. I'm in it now. I'm training my ass off right now. I'm prepared if they try and catch me off guard again. So I'm ready now. Like, sometimes you just gotta fall, look at all the pictures, look at all the pieces to the puzzle, and now I'm ready. So, sometimes you come in, you don't know all the games they play. You don't know that this is a very shiesty sport. You think you're just a fighter, but there's a lot more than just fighting.
There's a lot to it.
So yeah, I'm just more prepared now. I'm a lot more prepared now. I'm a lot more understanding of the fight. I did coming
Sounds like you're ready.
Coming up,
this new fire.
Coming up in a regular lead. I knew about these things already. Like, I've been cheated before. I've had this type of fire behind my back when I felt myself feel like I got robbed or cheated or whatever. So I know I'm in that position, because I'm not one of these undefeated fighters that haven't failed before and then climb back up. Like, I know what it feels like when it's in me. Like you guys are saying, it is in me right now. Like, I'm ready to go out there and just put the chin on the line, put the legs on the line, put everything on the line. Like, when you win, you kind of, when you win, you kind of like, you kind of watch out for things too much. You're on a winning streak. I understand some of these undefeated guys don't want to get down. They don't want to drop that ball. But us fighters with those losses, we can go in.
I want to ask you this question here. You keep saying that you're ready, and me and Richard are seeing you, and you look ready. Your energy, your charisma. But as far as weight go, how do you maintain staying at 135? You're going to be turning 32. If correct me if I'm wrong. And I feel like is the weight catching up with your age?
You can see that I'm a big 35er.
You're a big lad.
Yeah. Even the UFC said that, man. I'm a big 45er. Like they freak out when I make weight. When I see some of these guys don't make weight, I'm like, oh, UFC and no one ever posted about where my weight gets. Yeah, my weight got kind of big because I came up a knee injury before the Javid fight. My MCL was messed up, so I got kind of big before the Javid fight. Yeah, man, I'm huge, man. Like, and I'm not like, even when I get to like 45 or whatever, I'm already shredded and ripped to the core. Like, yeah. Man, I've been doing it so long and I've been successful at this weight class. That's another thing I want to do. I do want to try a 45 fight. I'm undefeated at 45. I know I'll do good at 45. I know where my energy's at. It's just at 35, I'm already there. I've been successful. That's another option too. Maybe when I win these next two fights, try a 45 fight. But I have to win these next two first, and then I try a 45 fight, see how I feel, and then adjust, and see how I feel. But the 45ers are tall, man. Like, they're so tall, like, and it's me wanting to be champion that says that. Like, when I look at Max, like, Volkanovski's the opposite. Don't get me wrong, but he's 1 in a million, and Volkanovski's from the same organization that I'm from, so I know Volkanovski. We fought on the same cards. We're both champs at a PXC. Volkanovski's fucking shorter than me, dude.
But, brother, I got to disagree with you on that one there. I feel like I can name a lot of featherweights that are short. We got Chad Mendes. We can have, like, Frankie Edgar. I feel like there's a lot of short featherweights. I feel like if you believe in yourself, brother, and you get these 2 wins, go and give yourself that challenge.
So that's why I said it's a matter of me trying it out and feeling the level in the UFC, because I feel like I am going to be a great 45. I might even be better than 35, but it's just a matter of me feeling it and trying it out on that level. Yes, there's a lot of short ones, but there's a lot of tall ones. Like, even these 35ers are getting tall right now. Like these 35ers are, like, all
Corey
the 35ers I fought.
Yeah.
Yes. All the 35ers I fought are taller than me, all of them, except Tamir. But all the last 3 are taller than me. I'm like, how could this be?
Wow. I'm like, how could... Yeah, a lot of fighters, like you said, Frankie Edgar, Chad Mendes, like, they had to overcome that as well.
But he is right. We do have a lot of tall ones.
It's like a new wave of fighters.
There is
like this tall,
so since I've been fighting like 3 tall ones, I'm like going up to 45. They'll only get taller, you know.
That's crazy how like it pushes you to
another division. But it's not true. But it's not too true. Honestly, the 45ers and 35ers, I think we're the same weight class. To be honest, I think we are. Like, it depends. There's smaller ones. Like, I'm like, book me against that guy. There's small ones. I'm like, book me against that guy. I already know which ones are small. Like, I go through these things. I'm like, ooh, you book me against that guy. He is way too small. Yeah. I know which ones are small. There is a good amount of small ones. There's a lot amount of small 35ers, but I haven't got the names yet for any of them. The UFC has your stats, bro. They have your weight. They have everything. So when they match you up, I'm pretty sure it comes from the science place. And then they say, oh, they're around the same size. Also, they're around the skill set. I think it goes more into that, because I haven't got offered a short guy yet or anything. Like, I know which guys I've got offered, and I've accepted all the fights I got offered, and they're always, like, taller than me. Like, I see. So I think they really match up your strength. Like, they got all your skills, man.
Yep,
the PI. That's why sometimes I don't like to do all my work in the PI. Does that make sense? Like, sometimes I like to hold back on things in the PI in a way, because, like, too much is going on there. Too much. But I love it. I do my work there, but I understand that too much is going on there. So I just hold back a tiny little bit.
I was actually going to kind of ask you about the PI, because I know you live in Guam and you train in Guam. I always wondered, like, when you're in Vegas, how often do you utilize the PI? But
every day.
Okay, nice.
Every day I'm in a PI, and so it's all the other fighters. Like, all the other fighters, guys I fight, guys I fought in the past, guys I'm gonna fight. We all run into each other every day. And like I said, the UFC staff has all the stats, you know. They force you to do these things. They want you to do these things, so they have the stats. They have a better insight. And honestly, I think it goes with betting. I think it goes with a lot of things that people don't know about. I really think it adds up with a lot of things. They know your power level. They know your leg level. They know your arm level, your right arm versus left arm, back strength. Yeah, they know everything.
You're right. They do got numbers all behind that.
Yeah, 100%.
They do. So
we were curious.
I think
here,
a lot got to do with. So I think a lot got to do with everything, and I'm aware of this. So I hold back a tad bit, a little bit.
Keep a little bit of secrets to yourself.
A little mystery.
Yeah, and brother, of course you have to.
In Guam, why haven't you made the transition to come and live here in the States, or even preferably Las Vegas, now that we have the PI here? What's keeping you back home?
I need to do that. I need to make that jump. It's just that it's kind of like where I want to be. If I knew I was gonna get that second contract when those opponents didn't pull up, that would have probably been the best time. But now that I'm coming off losses, I still have all my money. I still have everything. I didn't touch nothing. But it's just how my head feels. Like I like to be comfortable when I make my moves. I like to be like where I want to be when I do my things. Like it was my plan ever since, and this is my plan. My friends stay over there. My head coach stays over there. Everyone stays there. But I feel like I gotta be like 2 wins in now that I'm on down. I feel like I gotta be 2 wins in a comfortable spot to do things like that. You know, start packing, be in a jolly mood, get everything over there. I just feel like coming off losses, I'm too involved with the game right now. I'm too involved with getting better right now. Like I understand it's gonna make me better over there, but I have my friends, I have my coaches over there. I can always hop over there. I got my money. I can get a ticket right now if I wanted to. I can hop over there if I really feel like I wanted to, but there's still growing on Guam that I'm getting done. Like Guam, we got these hard hills. We got these mountains I'm running up. We got things, like I said, my preparation is, I'm not going to fail preparation for this next one. You guys are not going to see me looking a little tired. Like you guys are not going to I know they can't handle my strength out there. I know they can't handle my strength. Barely 35ers that I fought with in my whole career can handle my strength when I'm pressing them. The problem is I was pressing them so hard all the time that I'm making myself tired. Like the Saeed fight, like I made myself tired by pressing them. So it's up to me to do these workouts where I can sustain my own energy that I like to give. So that's what I'm doing right now. Like I'm focused on these mountains and these hard runs and everything right now. And then I'll go to Vegas in about 2-3 weeks from now. Then I'm gonna get into all the technical mitt work and then roll with the high level jiu-jitsu partners at Drysdale. Which then when my cardio is high, we'll maybe have a couple of friends at Extreme Couture stop there, set up some sparring, or call them over to the PI, set up some Shark Tank sparring like that. So you know, the way I'm getting it done now, I'm gonna be ready. Like I'm already ahead of my last 2 camps right now. My last 4, 5, 6 camps. I'm ahead right now. I'm ahead.
That's really good. We can see it. We can
conditioning wise, not weight wise. You're working hard, but it's not as hard as you can work. That's all it was. You know, I was still working hard. I was still working hard. Even though I lost, I still worked hard my ass off those last 2 fights, like incredibly hard. But it wasn't my everything. It just wasn't my everything. And that's the difference. Like I need to have those 2-3 days out of the week where it's my everything. And that's the difference in this camp right now.
Good to hear, brother. We see it in you 100%, man.
I can't wait to see your next fight, man. Really,
absolutely.
Keep up the training. Keep up improving. On as we exit this interview, I want to see if you can kind of explain to the viewers what you meant when you said "stay on my dream." I saw on your Instagram you had posted something that said "stay on my dream." Put us on that, man. What does that mean to you? What does "stay on my dream" significant?
So for me to say "stay on my dream," I kind of refer to it to like, man, you know, I kind of been arguing with my girl a lot lately, and you know, they forget that the guy that they meet, you know, they meet this stud, they meet this guy that's winning or whatever, and then you could just be stuck at home, and then time just passes, and you know, your girl wants to spend time and stuff with you all the time, but she forgets that you have to stay on your dream because that's also the guy she likes. That's also the guy she met, that guy on his dream. So sometimes you get stuck falling off your dream, and then what happens? Sometimes they leave you. Sometimes you're not to forget about you. But as long as you stay on that dream, you get an opportunity to come back and do it again and win them all over again. So if you stay on that dream, you ain't got nothing to worry about because they're all short-lived. When they see you shine again, they'll be back on that same boat, you know? They'll be back on the boat. So you stay on the dream, they'll be back because you're gonna get it done. Because the only thing that's gonna stop you is giving up. But you stay on that dream, you're good to go.
And that's a way to end it right there, man. Love that. Thank you for that. Trevin Jones, thanks so much for being on our podcast, man. We know you're here in Vegas, so we're based in Vegas. We love anytime you're here in Vegas, hit us up. Rob, you guys will be in contact. We'll get you in the studio, yes, man. Sir. Get you nice and comfy. We got a private chef that cooks for us, so we can eat something good, just have some good vibes. No lag, yes, right? No lag on the internet. It'll be a cool vibe, man. Just yes. As
soon as I get out, I should be out in about 2-3 weeks. As soon as I get out, I'll hit you guys up. We'll see if we want to put something together.
Let's go.
I got no problem with that.
Good to hear that, brother. You take care. Hopefully, you get a call from the UFC soon. Because after that interview, brother, that energy, we can't wait to see you back in the octagon.
Yes, sir, my man. Appreciate you guys for real.